This is an example of the Engagez support entrance page. And what we've done here, and you can do, but you don't need to, is we've put a registration form right on the entrance page. And it's a very simple registration because we're not looking for a lot of information here, but you can put it on your entrance page, or you can have a separate registration page, and we'll cover that in a minute. Once you do log in, you're going to be prompted to edit your profile. You can import it from Facebook or LinkedIn, or do that directly, or you can skip it. So this is a message that we're also going to take a look at how you can customize this message. So once you go in, the first thing you want to do is edit your profile so that you set an example for people. Put your picture in and your description and fill out some of the demographic information. Once you do log in, you'll be taken into the venue. So when you click on it and you're brought inside, usually you'll go to a lobby. In this particular case, go right into our resources because this is our support venue. And I want to focus on this area over here, which is your administration area. Once you've logged in, you've updated your profile. The next thing to do is to come over here and start with Essentials and work down this area. So the first thing is Essentials, and this is where you're going to put in a logo, and you can go and select one here, and it's going to give you the option to upload. So you're going to find one on your system and upload it. So simple to do that. And once you upload it, you're going to choose it, and it's going to then appear here. And then when you ultimately save this, it's going to appear in your menu area. The next thing you want to do is name your venue, so you can call it whatever you want. There may be a case where somebody may already be using that name, and it'll prompt you to pick another. This is where you can customize your URL. Just don't put any unique characters in there. Just use letters and or numbers. So that can be whatever you want. And then when somebody puts in that URL, they're going to go to your entrance page. This is where you're going to set up your time zones, dates. Just make sure you pick the correct time zone. There may be other Pacific time zones or Eastern time zones. Just make sure you pick the correct one. If you're in the United States, US Pacific. This is when your venue is going to be open, and that means that when people log in, they can get into the venue. Now you can have people go to your entrance page and sign in, but they can't get into the venue. They can go in prior to your event being open and update their profile, and that's always a good activity to have people do. So just keep that in mind. This is your close date. Now this is not the date when your venue is or your event is over. So let's say you started on November 8th and your event is over on the 9th. This is not where you would do that. This is when you're going to close the venue entirely. So if your intention is to go after the 9th with on demand, make sure you keep this open and select the period for which you want it to stay on demand. The next area here is how long before the event opens do you want people to be able to log in. And so this is calculated in minutes, but you can put 120 minutes, whatever you'd like in there. But this is when they'd actually be able to go in on the date of the event and get into the venue, not just sign in. The venue archive date is when you're completely done with it. Then you're going to turn on the archive. You just have to be careful that to make sure you don't turn that on before you're actually completely done with it, because once you do that, it cannot be reversed. This is the sign-in message, where that first pop-up that people see when they enter the venue. So you can customize that here with graphics, links, all sorts of different things. So definitely make sure you do that and test it once you have it all set. Down here, the final areas are how you want people to be able to access it. If it's an open door, that means anybody can get in without registration. That's very rare that anybody uses. Almost 100% use registration required, meaning that somebody has to be registered prior to being able to access the venue. Invitation only might be something that you would occasionally use if it were just an internal event or something and you were sharing a link and only those people who got that link would be able to get in. Whatever you do, make sure you always save your changes before you proceed.